Hi, I'm Mike Banker. It's my wife Jennifer Banker with Banker Real Estate. Today we're in the Meadows, which is one of our favorite areas for up and coming deals or value on St. Simon's in the South End. We like this area because it's very family. It's not prices haven't gone crazy in here, and it's close to the beach, close to the marsh. You can see from the scene right here. It's just gorgeous. What can I say? Um, yeah, it has an East Beach is wonderful. We love East Beach. We live in East Beach. New England, everyone's kind of coming from COVID from the cities, and the first stop is East Beach. It's $1 million plus neighborhood now, and it's really gone up quite a bit in value, probably almost doubled in the last 2 years, I'd say. Where this neighborhood is not done that, but we feel it's still some really good values. What do you have to say about this area, Jen?
Well, the East Beach neighborhood, as Mike was saying, really has just gone through the roof, double in values. That's true in the South End generally. If you look at last quarter versus this quarter, first quarter of 2020 versus the first quarter of 2021, you're going to see price points closing on average $100,000 higher than the previous year. You're going to see, more home sales than the previous year. Also, inventory went down from 9 months on average down to less than a month on average on St. Simon's this first quarter. So our market has dramatically changed, and most of that's been driven by the South End. When you get slightly out of it, a neighborhood like the Meadows, which is still super close to the beach, super close to access to everything. You can go right or left on Frederica roads and avoid traffic, even have back roads to take a golf cart to East Beach. This neighborhood hasn't, while prices have increased, hasn't driven like the South End has. But yet you still have all the benefits of the South End. The little airplane traffic for the private airport, not a big deal. But you still have the old trees, the St. Simon's feel that we are famous for, without going into that more cookie cutter thing that's happening in the South End as production home builders and spec builders are sort of taking over that area. So when you think about our market, what do you see happening going forward?
Well, I think people are leaving the city, and they're coming our way. I think it's going to slow down. I think COVID will finish up midsummer, but the St. Simon's has been discovered, and people have learned how to work out of their home. Their jobs are allowing it, and the people from New England, $1 million is it goes a lot further down here than it does in New York City. So to them, it seems like a deal, and it's just. God bless you.
Thank you.
It's just really our inventory, like you said, is so light, and the prices are going up. So I see this trend happening for a while. I think it'll slow down, but I don't see a big drop in our market anytime next year.
So here's an important question. If a buyer asks you, Mike, should I buy now or should I wait a year and see what happens? Do you think foreclosures are coming back?
In 3 years, yes. But right now, I think we're on a ride for a while. I mean, we're spending a couple $1 trillion in our economy, and I don't see the values of this area. Because when you look at a satellite and you look down and you say, oh, where do I want to be? Well, I want to be on the water. Okay, well, let's look from New York to the tip of Florida. What's there? And when you eliminate what's already taken up, I mean, there's very few places. Now, then you'll find some little spots that are great, but there's no grocery store. It hasn't been built out yet. Outside Darien and there. And there's great places there, too.
Sure.
This area has been around for 100 years. I mean, 50 years of like a really thriving area. So we've got 100 restaurants. We've got all the things that you need to live, even big box stores in Brunswick. But yet it has that small feel, and you can't find that in too many locations.
No.
And the magazines have said St. Simon's is one of the top 10 places in the country to live. And I think Sea Island was one of the richest zip codes in the entire country.
It's true.
So there's a lot going on. And you just look at the billionaires. I mean, we have Paulson, who bought Little St. Simon's. We have Huizinga that bought Frederica, and it's now passed. We have Sea Island was purchased recently. So there's billionaires that have made this their home. They're dumping a ton of money into it. Land Trust has been given all sorts of land, 600 acres down in the north end, Cannons Point. So it's well preserved, well funded, great restaurants, has everything you need. Prices are going up.
And because it's been developed, and there's not a lot of large tracts of land, while it is changing, it can never really lose its character, at least not for a long time. There's, homes that are old St. Simon's still are here, they have their value, and we're not losing that anytime soon. The village feel is there. There's no big, large tracts of land around it. It's going to stay that way.
It's a small, funky village.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my favorite places is to go into Struthers. And from the back, you go in, and it's all the contractors. And, they'll be spit and dip and buying nails and, wearing smelly T-shirts. And then on the front, you'll have kids coming in and buying T-shirts and fishing poles. And they meet at a common cash register. And the Struthers are about as colorful as any family you've ever met. So I think a reality show there would be a hit. And it's the whole town has got a lot of fun places like that.
They do.
So, and it's small. What are 15,000 people?
We our census will be changing, I'm sure, this year because there are a lot more folks living here. But yeah, the former numbers were just under 15,000.
It's a small island.
It's a small island.
You take 7 bridges to get from Brunswick, the mainland, to St. Simon's. You don't really notice they're not big bridges, but I mean it's. Yeah. So yeah, I think now is a good time to buy. I think the elevator is going to keep rising, and we love it here.
Yeah,
that's our hashtag, by the way.
It is.
Hashtag we love it here.
Well, I have enjoyed chatting with you about the Meadows and East Beach and St. Simon's in general. So if you, Mike, were to say what someone should do if they wanted to buy property on St. Simon's, what should they do?
I think they should call us.
All right, call us.
Yes.